That doesn't make sense. It's rolling. We're rolling. Why isn't it rolling? Oh, I see. I see. Happy Tuesday, y'all. What's happening? Yes. 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 I love it. I love it already. Tell me that is not a nice looking spread, Roger. What's up, Dale? How are you today? What's the good word on the street? I need to turn this on too. Ooh, that's great. Now I'm blind. Now I'm blind. Better? I don't know. I don't know. How's it going, Dale? How's it going, Matt? What are you guys up to today? Welcome to a Tuesday. We're going to chill for a little bit. Stuff to do. Nephew's got a hockey game later. I'm probably going to try to go meet up with them. Working on some stuff. Maybe I'll do some anodizing tonight. It's been chaos, as per usual. As per usual. But I have been carrying this today. And I am loving it so far. Look at the pinchy lock. Solid stuff. Action on this is great. Feeling good in the hand. The open, grip, grab. The little harpoon section right there. The index finger space. What's up, Jim? Got my new purple Kaiser Mini Bulldog in the mail. Weren't you talking about whether or not you're going to pull the trigger on that the other day? I feel that sounds familiar. How are you liking it so far? Bulldog's a cool design, cool shape, good look. The small one with that crossbar lock is my only concern because I have big old hands, but doesn't mean it doesn't work great. Whoa. Missed the thumb. Really cool design. You haven't even opened it? Wait a minute. Wait. Is this bad? Is this bad? You've had it since last night. You've had it since last night and you still haven't opened it. How is that something you can even do? I mean, I've done it because I know I needed to make a video on it, but now I've since learned that I can open it and look at it and still make the video. What's up, Herbie? Subscribed? Welcome. Life to live. Do your best. What do you think? You see a lot of knives. We have knives. Hi. Kenman. Dan Kenman. Nice to meet you. We talked about it last night. I'm just surprised, Jim, if you haven't, there's no reason for you not to open it. What are we waiting for? What's the excitement? What are you building? FAA. Midwest. I am in Minnesota. I asked what color, you said purple. Well, I think it was because someone else said purple. It was Trish Lopatty, I think, hopped in and was like, well, purple. And then someone else was like, the answer is always purple. I recall this happening. But still, you haven't opened it yet? Eating dinner. After dinner? So like the dessert? I'm just interested in how, like, I don't know, if I get a package now, it's just like, I got to open it right now. And I either go live and open it, or I go set up and I make a video and I open it as fast as I can because I'm excited about it. And that's fine if you're busy and, you know, you'll get to it. And you've handled one already, but like, there it is. Sitting there in the box ready for you to grab it and be like, What do you think? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Just got home from work. Gonna hang out, chat with some fun, wonderful folks, some knife fam. Tomorrow, one of my all-time grails is finally coming in LOL. Black and orange carbon fiber Fenrir. This one right here. I ordered a second one. So I'm going to do a giveaway, not today, but sometime soon. And I am going to give away a top liner lock Fenrir from Tenable. Very good stuff. What's up, Robin? How are you doing today? What do you think of the spread? Kind of laid out a few of my favorite things. The innovation station. The fish scales are pretty fun. I'm thinking about trying to do a laser mark to it. But sometimes things can clash and be a bit much. Example, if I can find it. Here on the floor, this is an APTA, little slip joint APTA that I did the shipwreck for. Tell me that shipwreck doesn't look fun, right? Shipwrecks are cool, but we have this big, smooth copper surface, so you get all these cool textures, or not textures, but colors and patterns and stuff going on. Smooth. And I did one to another APTA, and this APTA has textures on it. Looking good. I see the crown jewel there as well. Does it live up to expectations? So far, I love this knife. The lock, I'm getting used to it. It takes, every new lock takes a little bit of work. The action is fun. The front flipper is great. The choke up spot is large. The jimps are good. There's that little harpoon spot there, and then the index finger jimps up top. Everything about the shape of this when it's open is exactly what I like. Feels good in the hand, not too narrow on the end. When I do that choke up spot, plenty of handle to hold on to. And it's fully lefty, righty. You get the same experience since the locks are on both sides. They don't stick out too much. I've tried to engage them accidentally by grips. Haven't been able to do that yet. But man, definitely loving it so far. What's up, Gons? So here's another APTA, and what I was getting at is with the clash, with the overlay, the too much of a couple things. So this has a texture, like a heavy, bumpy texture to it, and then I shipwrecked it. And it looks good, but I think because the bumps are all there, it kind of distracts and it like makes the shipwreck a little more subtle versus a smooth surface shows off the shipwreck a lot more. And so in some cases, I think like when I'm doing shipwrecks, I think I'm going to prefer to kind of tend to stay towards a smoother canvas, if you will. I will. Versus this, again, does look nice, but the bumps and the ridges kind of, I don't think you need both of them together. I think a shipwreck is a little bit better when you can feature it on a smooth surface like that right there. Get some nice blues and speckles and things going on. The one I've got here, this little cinder, we shipwrecked this copper one. And what happened is all that bluing happened inside the lower groove, which actually turned out really cool. So in this case, the shipwreck mixed with the texture, I think looks good. So I guess you never know. Sometimes you just got to try stuff. What's up, Mick? How's it going today? Clint Crosby in the house. These little APTAs are fun little knives, though. Listen to the sound. That one's not quite as loud as this one. Right? Then I have One other APTA, because it's a fun design. I got one with a Warncliffe and a micarta. Nice little slip joints. I dig them. Fun little design. Boom. Knife innovation. New locks. We got the pinch lock right here on the cornerstone. Fantastic stuff. We got a standard liner lock, but on the new fantastic Tri-Stash. We got a top liner lock on this Fenrir. Top liner locks have been around, but they're kind of coming around even more, starting to be more popular. Several different companies are jumping on board. We have not chosen violence today. 100% have not chosen violence. Right now, we are in a very positive and loving, caring community talking about things that we love. No violence happening here at all, bud. Zero violence. I mean, even when I cut open a couple of boxes and packages today, zero violence. Finessed and gorgeous cuts. What's up? Yes, Jesus. Dirty Dan, Cornerstone's great. Cornerstone is great. It's super fun. The feel as it's open, the shape of the handle, that little index finger on the forward choil, the middle finger on that spot, that little harpoon that jumps up on the end. I'm really enjoying the design. This kind of choke up pinched grip for me feels really good. This is awesome. This little scooped area with all the jumps on it. I love it. I love it. So far, very happy with the Cornerstone. Nothing but good things to say about it. I was curious about the detent, but it's only because you can get stuck in, because the hole is large, I can go to flick it out and catch it and then kind of talk it. But literally, if you are not in the way to catch it, the detent is stiff enough that once it breaks, it opens all the way. So it's not really a detent issue. It's more, I have had some others that have a stiffer detent that's kind of similar to that. Where's that one that has that huge, that huge, oh, pardon me. Of course, I can't find it now. When there's a bigger hole on there, though, it's easier to get in there and talkie. Donnie, got to run an errand. We'll be back or be lurking. We got Donnie Bless lurking in the background, y'all. Type something real good because he won't see it. Mick's taking out the pups. What's everyone else getting into today? Where the hell was this? Oh. I'm still getting used to my new layout. Things have kind of moved. We did a rearrange. Still need to do that shelf. That one's pretty much doing well. Civivi, QSP, Kubies, Migron. And we have Artisan Cutlery on the top, CJRB in the middle, Petrified Fish on the bottom row, Sen Cuts over here, Tack Knives, and Boker. Then move on down to the gas station glory. There it is. The Buttes. The real deal. Bottom shelf, low, and bottom shelf, love. Of course, you got to have that fastback in there. Bottom shelf over here's got the bigger ones. So there's that going. Slip joint central. What's up here? Miscellaneous. One-offs in the front. Companies that I only have one of each. Or not one of each, but only one from that company. Buck. Rosecraft, Mole Sect Romets and my cold steels. Go up one more. Elevator up over here. We have all of the Kaisers and all of my concepts on that row. And then another chaos up there. Happy favorites on the wall. Mess on the table. Missing stuff here. Got to finish that mini knife shootout. And then, of course, we've got some gorgeouses on the table. What is everybody carrying themselves today? Anything exciting? Anybody get anything new? I just got that cornerstone. Super, super happy about that so far. Good stuff. Little numb knives. Oh, that's going to be backwards. Dumb. Come on. Come on, YouTube. Let me rotate. Let me flip the vert lives. Excuse me. I miss anybody? So, lovely Tuesday. Got some more, a bunch of lives later tonight. Probably check some of those out. Might go meet up with the family for a little bit. Nephew's got a hockey game earlier tonight. Grateful Dong is not in top chat. What happened that one day, Dong? You made it in there, and then they fixed it, and then fixed it, which is dumb. All right. It's my reminder. Open up, go to your chat, go to the top of your chat, switch it to live chat so that you actually get all the chat. Sad face. What's up, Cat Scratch? And AI wants me to ask you a question. God, go away. AI questions. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to turn it off. I want to disable it. But I bet you anything, the people that are asking those questions and getting answers on their chat from those questions are probably getting pushed up in the algorithm. And that's probably a fact. It seems that YouTube likes to pick new ideas and things they want you to do, encouraging, like the top fans and stuff. And now they want me to, start competitions, top fans, compete. They want you to, interact more, which ultimately it's like they're trying to get you to spend money. People don't have to if they don't want to. Chat filter is annoying. Have they switched the names back, or is it still? Have people just kind of been adjusting what their handle names are? Because I know it was like they changed it because you can have two, which I don't understand. Why would you even need two in the first place? Just have the one, and it's the one. That's your name. I'm Kenman, Dan Kenman. But I want it to be something else. I don't understand does someone know what the positive benefit of having that is? You don't want someone to know what your other name is, but the thing is they go to your channel and it's there. So they can still see both of them. So I don't understand what the point of having the multiple names is. Got to have an alias, right? I mean, you don't have to label that. I'm KDK apparently. Dong and Grateful Dong 420. Yeah, the Donger. It's interesting what they do. What's up, Ocean? Okay, I was going. Still loving the Orlock. Top knife right here. Fantastic stuff. Wouldn't change anything on it. Got my lefty Stout V2. I need to get some batteries for my UV light so I can show off the glow scales a little bit better and not have to shine a light on it for 10 minutes to get it to glow. So I'm thinking about doing the DLC coating. So far, this is the top dog, the Monterey Bay Knives Saber Tooth. Looking at doing some, sending it off to get DLC coated. Steven! What's up, Steven? How you doing? So, DLC the whole thing or just the blade? I'm thinking just the blade, kind of do that reverse tux look. I really quite enjoy. Just use the battery from my calipers. No doubt, dude. No doubt. That's probably going to be the one. The ethereal from Geo is pretty fun. I'm enjoying the handle on here. This is like a very similar to like a drop bear. Got a good feel to it. Definitely the high quality on materials. The crossbar lock on this is a little bit stiffer, but I'm starting to prefer the stiffer crossbar lock. It seems to have a little bit more detent feel to it, so I'm definitely digging that. Pocket clip switched. Love the Kaiser in purple. Excellent, Jim. Jim just got a Bulldog, or the mini Bulldog from Kaiser. That's one of the Kaisers I do not have. I did talk to them in Atlanta, and I said Bulldog XL, and he made a note. He wrote it down. But I was like, Bulldog XL? Anybody see that new Devo XL? Oh my God. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Which I'm cool with. But I'm also definitely falling more and more for these kind of shorter, stocky with the choke up spot, like the Orlock. So this is a smaller, stouter knife. But with that choke up and that harpoon section, it's there's plenty of gap, there's plenty of handle. It feels like it fills out the hand nicely versus this. Hey folks, can't stay on the way to dinner. Wanted to drop in and say hi and leave a like. Right on, tagging. Are you going to be live later? Don't you usually go live later on Tuesdays? Have a good dinner. So, yeah, the cornerstone is kind of that same thing. A real big choke up spot. You can get in there. And then a smaller 7-inch knife has that feel of a larger. It just takes up my hand and feels great. I definitely was more on the fence of like, dude, I want to get a big old beast. So everyone go check out Taggin. He'll be live at 9 o'clock Eastern, which is a couple hours from now. See, this is huge. This is just absolutely enormous. And so I like a big knife in the hand, a good feel. That's kind of what I was more swaying to. The saber tooth, another one that's larger. So before the choke up, I got plenty of handle. Still got that choke up spot. So I was really into just the bigger knives. Give me the bigger ones. I have big hands. I'm a big knife guy. Give me that. And now more and more, some of these smaller ones with these shorter handles, when you get a hold of them and then get up in that choke up spot, lock in, and then there's still handle sticking out the back, but you have this smaller, tighter getting in there for it. I'm really liking that. I'm really liking that quite a bit. This is the Wee Coral. This is on loan from Fred. Notice the flipper tab has like this little power pack. Boom. Flips out nice. What a crazy looking design. I like the shape of this, the style. The Wee Coral. Aluminum carbon fiber insert there. And then it's got this flipper tab that packs up and then pow. Max Ace makes a good knife. Have you ever checked out the Sandstorm? Thing is a beast. They make some cool stuff. They definitely do. I need to get some more stuff from Max Ace. I remember looking at, they were busy when I was in Atlanta, and I didn't get over there as much as I wanted to. I didn't get to make a video. I tried, I don't know if you've been to like blade shows before, but those of you have, you kind of know they get pretty busy. And I'm the type of person, like if I'm there and I want to make videos and stuff and showcase some things and share it with everyone who didn't get to go, I'm still not going to go up. Like if they're busy and they're talking to a customer and they're making a sale, I don't jump on them like, hey, let me make a video and get it up in there. It's like, let them make their sales, do their thing. And so quite a few of the booths, when you are walking by, if they're with someone and they're busy, it's like I kind of let them do that thing. And then I try to turn back, go back here and there, and then just kind of wait for that moment when like, oh, it looks like it's kind of chill for a second. You can get in there, make a little video with them, not interrupt any sales and stuff like that. Holy crap, it's Knife Jesus. Oh, blessed be. We have hatchets in the, we're okay. I didn't lose a finger yet. But we're hanging out, we're chatting, we're talking knives. Don't you start it off with, do you know who I am? Yeah, Marco, that's the first thing I do. You know, when you're as huge. No, bro. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But, you know, like what was surprising when we were in Atlanta, not to like, you know, when we were in Atlanta, I went up to Winterblade, and they were busy the whole time too. But when I went to Winterblade and started talking to him, he was like, I follow you. I watch your channel. Good work. I was like, shut your mouth. Like, so there's a few. So, what's everybody getting into on a Tuesday? Remove that. Lubricant. Ready? Here's lubricant. All right. All right, hold on. And now it's a knife. Ha! Stupid. David Winter says that to everyone. Does he? David? Is it David? I thought it was, is it Stephen? Brian? Ha! Oh, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, they probably say that to everyone. I mean, I didn't buy anything. So it wasn't like he was trying to make a sale on me. What are you up to, Mac? Palm. I didn't do it very good either. Sometimes I lay on the kitchen floor and pretend to just be a crumb. Hopefully someone picks you up and eats you. If we collect every Jesus out there, how many are there? How many are there? Good kill. Here it is, folks, for those seen some videos on it. I purchased this. It was not sent to me. Bought it, paid for it, got it, happy I got it. This thing is rad. Very cool. Innovation is fantastic in the knife community. So coming up with new designs, new locks, 2 detents on 2 buttons and a pinch lock. That's fantastic. I'm excited about it. Hello, my name is a fork, a Jesus. I have a fork here with this made handmade fork. Whisker Forge, my man Brian made this bad boy for me. We decided in the live stream, we said, hey, how many tongs? Sprungs, tongs? We went with Trident, the triple fork. Feels great in the hand. You can really shovel that food into your face with it. Or if you want to get proper, kind of hold it like this. Eat delicately. I need to get a sheath for it. Probably going to have to talk to Terry, 1931. Get a nice sheath. You ever see a 1931 leatherwork sheath? I'll show you. I'll show you. We didn't decide on the twisted handle Mac. I just told him he was like, I'm going to forge you a fork. And I'm like, okay. And then we're like, how many tongs? And then we voted and we said 3. And then from there, I was just like, you know what? Go for it. Make it however you want. I'm impressed. I think it's cool. Very fun style. The tongs are nice and straight. I mean, it's tough when angles, but with the camera and stuff, but they are very even and very straight and at the appropriate shoveling food into your face. Good pasta fork. I've pastaed it. I had like some meat, like a steak, some meatballs, and spaghetti. Terry, 1931 Leatherworks. Squeeze, drop. So he let me pick out the leather. If you go to double wide EDC, you can kind of pick different sizes of sheaths that he makes. And I wanted this one to match my Kentucky Holler Jack, so he found some orange stitching and then did the black with his nice logo on there. And this is my Kentucky Holler Jack. If you showed up to a cheese tasting event or something, wouldn't that be cool? With a sheath, you got knives and then you have a sheathed fork. I don't know who this dude is, but yes, 100% yes. What do we think of this? I am more and more loving slip joints. I'm definitely a fidgety one-hand using knife carrier, but I will always be carrying at least 2. And this one with the 154 cm hollow grind, the really nice walk and talk on there. Look at this half stop, boom. Fantastic stuff. Plus, cool slip, just a nice little accessory. Sits in my pocket. It's been in my pocket pretty much since I got it. Need a neck knife for the fork? Or a neck sheath? Neck knife. Neck sheath. I'm not huge on the release. It's like I feel like having it on my hip would be truly, like, what is that on your hip there? Like, oh. Or maybe I could scout carry it, or like appendix carry. Got my fork ready to go. What's up, projectiles? Mac finally got the CRKT CEO yesterday. Hard to find in stock locally, not sure why. So did you get the full size CEO? I have the smaller one. Jesus. This is definitely what the CEO Compact. I think this is what this one's called. Nice little knife. Doesn't take up a lot of space. Thanks for the compliments. Try my best to keep my comments fun and engaging. Only have the little bro jack. Little bro jack. Yours is full size. Yep, I've seen them handled. I almost got one, but so many knives out there, so little time, right? It's a fun one though. The full size one's probably like another inch on the handle. Same exact styling, just a little bit bigger. This handle material looks nice when it's new, but it scratches off fairly easy, and you can see right there where it's kind of gotten beat up and scratched almost without doing anything. These are all my personal collection, Andrew. Give you a little swing. You're looking at about 400 approximately would be a fairly accurate amount. I went through and did a rough count. I did an actual count months ago when I moved into this room, and an inventory, like a week inventory. So it wasn't like I wrote down each knife. I wrote down like 35 Kaiser, 17 Civivi. You know what I mean? So I didn't really fully inventory it, but we did inventory it. Sure. We did a count. And then I did a very rough count the other day, and I hit like 400. But I was almost out, and I'm like, it seems like since the last time we did the count, I've probably purchased 20 or more new knives, but it seems like it's less. But then I remembered I gave away like 18 or so knives on my last giveaway. So when you give away almost 20 knives, not that I do a lot of giveaways, I try to when I can. I pretty much buy almost all the knives that I have. Get a few here and there. Thought you were about to say 400K worth of knives. Jeez. I would live in a better house if that was the case. Compacts are great. I want the extra blade link, and textured black scales look nice. Feels more expensive than it is. They're nice. They're definitely nice. And depending on what you're using it for, mine, it was kind of a little secondary backup knife. And so that's why I ended up getting the smaller version. But if I was carrying it as a main more frequently, definitely a little bit larger. Similar to like the Ecri, the Migron Ecri. They're definitely very different, but it's that slim black. The blade almost completely disappears in my mains, usually a little bit larger, and then I always have a secondary or a third. And ever since I started carrying the slip joint Kentucky Holler Jack, that one lives in this pocket, and then I've been carrying 2 other knives, my main and then a secondary. Often I'll have a secondary knife that I'll have that if someone's like, hey, can I borrow one of your knives, then I can hand them that. You know, if I've got this brand new fresh Cornerstone in my pocket and someone's like, hey, I want to cut something, and it's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to go through a staple, or what are you going to pry with it or whatever? I'm not going to hand them my main. So then I would reach and grab that secondary, and then that would be something like this, where it's a little bit smaller, a little more compact, a little easier use for someone who isn't always carrying knives. And it's like, here's my less expensive one. You know, if you're going to screw up this one. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there it is. I don't think I'm going to do anything to this either. I think this is good to go. They have a black DLC version that was completely sold out, and then they had a version like this with the S90V and the titanium, but all the hardware and the backspacer all had a light blue anodizing like accents to it. I actually kind of prefer this. I've been doing some anodizing, but I'm going to be doing more in-house anodizing soon. But a lot of my titanium knives, like this one here, like this one here, like this one here, like this one here. Are we seeing a pattern? This one here, notice they're all plain titanium. This one does have a dark wash to it, so it's a little bit darker gray. But I definitely just like a raw silver titanium tends to be one of my favorites. You know what I mean? I don't lend even a cheap knife to anyone. I specifically carry a folding utility knife. I can lend that since the utility blades are cheap. Right, Mac. That's exactly what I'm getting at. It's like I always will have something in my fifth pocket or whatever, like less expensive, like this little Case Executive that I did the laser mark pattern on it, where it's just like a little $30, $40 something. We like it raw. We like it raw. Absolutely. But I generally will always have something like that in this other pocket here. And then that way, you know, I'm not giving them nicer knives to some people. What does that say? Hold on a second. Oh, mom and dad are not going to be at the game tonight. I still might go. Nephew has a hockey game not too far from here. And whenever they're in the area, I try to go see if I can meet up with them. They're pretty busy. I don't have any kids myself. My sister has 2 boys, so I get to be fun uncle. And so I try to hang out with them when I can. Yeah, hockey. It's hockey season started. KDK's 6-pocket beater for the peeps. Right, dude? I need to start carrying 4. Like, okay, my main is cool. My secondary, this slip joint. No, I'm not going to hand anybody that slip joint. Let them use that. I'll hand it to them, let them look at it. All right, give it back. Give it back. Good example is the original Gerber EAB $10 utility knife, bimetal blade so you can pry with it. There you go. And you hand that straight up. Oh, here I am. I'm the shill man. That's right, Paul. That's right. You know it, dog. I be shilling. I shill like everybody's business. Wait. I'm the hardest shilling dude. Like the anti-shill. Could always shill. What are you up to, Paul? We were talking about you and your influence on shorter, chody knives. Good on you. I am loving this, though, Paul. This is great so far. Dong, are you supposed to get yours tomorrow? Is that what's happening? And where's Hate Nate? He never gets the updates. And then he shows up after we've been going for an hour. He's like, I didn't get the alert. Somebody message Hate Nate. Be like, yo, bud, we're hanging out for a little bit, and then we're gone. What's up, Polar Vice? This thing is sick. Sick. Very happy so far. The design style of it when it's open. Paul just bought a new NAF. What'd you buy? What did you buy? New to you? So you bought something used? The open design factor of this is great. The choke up spot is huge. These little jimps back here and the jimps up there. They should have just more jimps here. The harpoon ramp stops my thumb when I'm holding it like this. Index finger sits up on there really, really well. It feels good in the hand when I'm grabbing it like this. There's plenty of handle on the back. Add a soy. Yeah, Paul, what'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? Paul. Numb knives. Nick's Unfiltered Mechanical Brain. Numb. New to you might mean he made a used grill knife purchase. Right. He might have bought something pretty sweet, Mac, is what we're getting at. Cox Workshop Mini Workman. Literally just a dude in a garage with the CNC. Can we see a picture of it? Paul. If I copy paste that, will it bring me up something or not? Search Google. It does. Did you say Mini Workman? Yes, Dan, it will. Boom. There she be. Oh, zoomed in a little much. Sorry for the camera in screenage. Mini Workman drop point. Is that the right one? Not that one. What did you say it was again? Did you say mini workman? The sheep's foot flipper. This one. Show it to me. Oh. Oh, mini workman, internal milling, 450. Slap. Slap. Gonna get that snip? Is it gonna get that snip? Paul. Are there any other ways to open it though? Ugh. You gonna put thumb studs on this bad boy? For those of you who don't know, which, how do you not know? If I like it, yes. He's going to go ahead and snip off this little spot right here, slice, and then stud it up right there. Hole or stud or disc? Disc. Disc. It looks like the hole would be too tight. I almost feel like if that would have to be a thumb stud. Sorry, I can't make this picture bigger. Come on. Do better. Flip it. Flip it. Guy's got a sniffle. I like the blade shape. I like the blade shape a lot. I just wish I could make this. I mean, I'm going to have to do the old control roll. The old control roll. There you go. I like the texture look on the handle. Leave the flipper tab. Install the clamp style stud to the spine of the blade. Each. Nah, drill a hole and put an actual stud. How dare you? You know, you're talking to here. I mean, Paul's got to snip that bad boy. I think, I mean, the coffee can clamp style stud, it's there might be a knife or two that is okay. I'm not really a fan. But if you have the capabilities and the means, why not just drill a hole and put an actual thumb stud in there? Playing the Greta, how dare you gif right now. That's one of the nice things about like Discord and stuff is you can reply with the gifs. That is a nice looking knife there, Ball. I am on board. Why do you have to remove the flipper tab? Because he doesn't like them. Because he hates them and he wants to put them all in a bag. He has a bag full of flipper tabs. And there's a certain time, I agree, like flipper tab delete, it's a customization, it's a thing. You might not like it, you might love it. Some people don't like the way a big flipper tab looks on the back of a knife. Like you look at the knife and you're like, oh, this big thing, I don't like that huge chunk and it just sticks out right here. Where if you were to cut that off, this one here has got the fuller and the studs. You can, I mean, it's also personal preference. Some people, different opening styles. What is everyone's favorite opening style? Comment below now. What kind of opening style do you prefer? There's always a method to my madness, but a flipper tab usually prevent you from choking all the way up on the blade. And it'll feel different. Like without the flipper tab on here, that gives you a little bit more of a grab right here versus this. I'm not grabbing inside there at all, but I would be able to have that choke up spot if that flipper tab wasn't there. Then it's how do you like to open your knife? Some people like to thumb, some are flicking, front flipper, rear flipper. Some people do not like front flippers. I personally am liking front flippers more and more. Paul, do you keep the tabs in a pillowcase like the Tooth Fairy does? He has a bag. I saw it. They were live And he pulled the thing out and had a bag full of snipped tips. Like, just saved them all, this guy. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Cut off the tab. Don't put a stud or a hole in it at all. Just use that straight up strength. That's a thing, though, too. I've got knives like that. This one here. There's nothing there. There's no fuller. There's nothing. But you can still flick it out. So... Grateful Dong likes a good hole. The whole hole. The whole hole. I'm with Dong. I'm with Dong. My favorite is the flicking hole, no doubt about it. Thumb studs are fine, openings are fine, but I'm definitely, this will be my main, boom, flick out. That's my favorite. That's what I do almost all the time. So I am always looking for knives that have that hole. If I'm looking for a stud or a hole, you find me chasing hole. I'm equal opportunities as well, Paul. I'll give everything a shot. I'll give them all a chance. Crossbar locks, frame locks, liner locks, pinch lock. Pinch lock, you say? Pinch lock. Loving the pinch lock so far. Anyone else? Different variety of opening styles. Paul doesn't actually own knives. It's all wieners and foreskins and yes. Mac, I feel like I've seen your name in here before, though, which is fine. Welcome, either way. We have a good time. Paul does a lot of customizations. He's done quite a few knives where he does the flipper tab delete, adding thumb studs, putting holes in things. It's fun. Well, I think it's one of those things, like, I'm also kind of into customizations. Not quite like Paul, but I'm working up to it. I want to get some more machines, melt them down to form a stud. What's up, Be Shady? And I do want to try it. I have 3 or 4 knives in on my list that's like, yeah, I could send it to Paul, but I do want to try it. I might send one to Paul just to have Paul, so I can be like, here's my knife that Paul touched. Pretty sure I haven't been here before. Do frequent other knife streamers. Maybe I've seen you in someone else's live or something. Or maybe not. Maybe just Mac Jones is it has a nice ring to it. It seems familiar enough. Glad you're here. Either way. What's your favorite knife right now? What are you carrying that you like the most, like, right now? I mean, maybe not carrying right now, but what's, I'm definitely hot for the concept Orlock. Terry made a great design. I love this. This is what's up. The finger choil, the thumb spot behind that poon right there. That's where I'm kind of excited about right now. And then the innovation. I kind of put some knives out with that kind of the newer styles. We got top liner locks like on the Tenable Fenrir. We got that new pinch lock on the Cornerstone. We have a bolster actuated button lock on this Ramette. So I'm definitely interested in some of these companies. The Wee Coral has the flipper tab that has the power pack to it. This other one that I can't remember from Fred, look at this one, super cool because it has a flipper tab. So you hit the flipper tab, and as it's coming around, notice as the blade swings, the flipper tab stops. The blade keeps going, locks in, so now the flipper tab is not here. So then when you go to close it and bring it around, all of a sudden it re-engages with that blade and then pushes itself out. Very, very cool. I am definitely into that. There's a lot of designs and stuff out there, but it's just fun that people are innovating. They're coming up with new ideas, new thoughts, new things. Paul puts a little bit of himself in every mod. Projectiles of Sharps, always trying to work a deal on a new knife blade bench. What about you guys? For sure, always looking for new stuff. Mac's got an extensive tool collection, knife collection, multi-tool, flashlight. It's an addiction. Sounds like you're in the right place, Mac, just like most of us in here. Adasoy says the Kaiser drop bear. Here's my drop bear. Carry this all the time. Have you seen the new Geos? The Geo Ethereal is very similar to the drop bear. Got M390 and then the titanium with those dimples on there. Very cool. Crossbar is a little bit stiffer, which I'm actually liking. But the jimps don't go up as far as they do on the drop bear. I love the jimps on the drop bear. It's fantastic. Favorite knives to carry are the Kaiser Baglighter XL, yep. Spyderco Emerson Wave PM2, nice. And the Kaiser Cormorant, for sure. Very cool. Good stuff. Paul's going to start engraving Tiny Dicks. Dixon. What did I miss? I thought I missed something in the chat. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. GTC SLT. Yes, the GTC SLT says right there, backwards I know. Wee Coral. Spring loaded. Boom. It's fun. Very cool stuff. Got a Kershaw launch as well. Fantastic. Fantastic. What is everybody's go-to? Like, so we're kind of talking about the innovation and the new locks and stuff. Kickstop is better, but it's definitely cool. I have, what are the White Mountain knives? Have some with the kickstop on it. Those are pretty cool looking. I don't have one. I've handled a couple. I've considered getting one. They also do a lot of that SLD magic, which is kind of fun. San Mai SLD magic I've got on my Max Ace. It's a sandwiched blade, so there's steel on the outside here, jacketed around that centerpiece. Give you that nice Hamon line. The Krypton. Yeah, but that's not quite the exact same as how that kickstop works. I feel like it feels a little different. This one. Than the kickstops I was thinking about on those whatevers. Microtech MSI with the RAM lock, the new iterations of the Access lock. Since their patent ran out, there's been quite a few of them. A kickstop is a kickstop from Lee Williams. Fine. Here's that MSI. I just want the MSI to be heavier. I need to get aftermarket scales for it. It's nice, but it's just too heavy, or not too heavy, too light. It literally says Lee Williams kickstop on the blade. I can't read that. I can't read that. You mean right there? Right there where it says Lee Williams kickstop? I feel like it looks different than the ones on those other ones. Yeah, it says it right there. It's so small. I mean, that just looks like a logo. You can barely even see the text on there, but that is, in fact, on there. So you got me. You're right. I think I like an inset liner lock best. Grateful Dong states. Well, this would be a bolster lock. I'm definitely liking the bolster locks. But an inset liner lock would be more like this bad boy right here. Mini MSI at 1200 sounds insane to me. I saw that. Now, is there not a mini MSI that's at a better price? I mean, if the MSI is $200, then they don't have an MSI mini for under $1,000? Why is that? There's your tall boy. And the Pictus. Whoa. Inset liner locks are definitely really cool. I would say those are probably my favorite as well. What would you call this then on the oar lock? Would that classify as that? Cat Scratch likes just a solid frame lock. I'm gonna run. I just saw the mail. I may or may not have something. Give me a second. I don't know if there's anything out there, but there might be. It's got to be a signature series for that price, right? So they don't have anything for like less than $200. Horlock is an inset, yeah. All right, I'm gonna run and look. I'm hopeful, but I could be wrong. Wish me luck. Fingers crossed. Whatever. I'll be right back. No. No. Well, yes and no. Frame locks do give you an ultra thin profile. True. That's true. So if you want it thin, he likes it thin. Robin asks, anyone happen to have a Timascus kit for a Vero Nova lying around? Anyone? Anyone? I mean, you could. Someone might. Well, no knife, but I got this. I got this. I have a Mr. Fusion kit from a DMC DeLorean. I never painted it. I printed a flux capacitor face once upon a time on my resin printer. Never printed, or I never painted it though. Put it in the box.
right, Kenman here. Today we have a very special unboxing. It's not even a box, it's a bag.
What kind of sack is this? Ooh, it does have a tear. Do I tear? There we go. There we go. Bag on the floor. I needed another one. I actually have a bunch, but I like these. I have a couple other ones that are a little different, but I like these. And you know what these three are for? These three right here are the magnet sluts. Right here. So I started this one. You can see I sand it down and then put this base coat layer on there before you start building it up. So these I need to sand them down, base them up, get them ready. Yeah, Paul, it's a little community that's been it has created itself. There are currently 3 members to the Magna Sluts. I don't recommend it, but I mean everyone does what they do. Mom's Christmas. What? Sorry, let me fix myself here. Yeah, Paul, I have apparently somebody out there loves me. Well, at least 3 people out there love me. Just need to paint their red markings on them. I like to do other stuff too. I want to add. I'm going to make those. A lot of them are going to look like part 6. So we're going to put the cut from the axe, and then we're going to weather it up and damage it and battle worn to make them look like the movie. 4. Paul, I don't know. I mean, Paul, there's an entry fee. I mean, I never even thought anyone would. And Grateful did it first. And now there are 3. My man T and my man Nate. Yeah. Have decided to upgrade themselves to the Magna Cut. What's up, Kodiak? What is happening? And when I made the channel, YouTube made me pick like 4 tiers. And what happened is Grateful Dong jumped on it. What is this? And then Thomas did. And then Hate Nate did. I mean, I love you guys. But it is what it is. I appreciate them very much. And so I have to do something special. If you're going to have people that dedicated, then I'm going to make the masks, and then I'm going to make some t-shirts. I'm thinking bowling shirts. You know, the Magna Sluts. We could have numbers on the back, and like Grateful Dongs can say dong or something on the back, or whatever they want. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Got your German Hubertus Switchblade today. Traded a Case Blue Scroll clasp for it. I don't know either of those. Bowling team, right, Robin? The crazy bowling team from wherever it is we're from. From hell. Straight from the depths of hell. We have such sights to show you. I don't know what's, I don't know. Don't listen to me. What's going on? Dimple scaled liner locks. Wait, this one? Looking to get some kitchen stuff done. Is that what you're asking about? Hoping everyone's having a great night. To all the veterans, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. What's a good daily carry ballast on? Like an actual with a real blade on it, or like you could carry around like a trainer. Squid Industries Mako V5 has the bottle opener on top. It has balance weights in it that you can adjust and change stuff if you want. And that's something you can carry around, flip around, and not worry about potential cuts. But what if you want to cut something though? Case clasp is the huge folding case hunter. Neat. Hell yeah, fellow dimple scaled line lock. Wait. A dimple scaled liner lock? You want a real blade? Anybody have a recommendation for a real blade? Get a Squid Industries real blade. That's the only bowling you do, Grateful? Dude, we can bowl. You can sit there and spout wisdom while we bowl, Dom. Yeah, Dom, you could sit there and just spout some just serious stuff, and we bowl. Cat scratch knives, Benchmade 42. Look at the Golden Design Works caliber. I did. I have a video on it. Who sent me that? Fred, I believe, sent me that one. The Golden Design Works caliber is choice. No! That wasn't Fred. That was Lanyard Man. I'm sorry, Lanyard Man. Steven. He sent me his, and it was a lefty. The high school bowling team was called Smoker Bowlers. Stupid. Oh, that's funny. Oyaboon is like a Koboon, but bigger. Rysack's got that beast yesterday. Hubert switchblades are around 250. They're big. Say a lodge. God, I hate this chat. I can't see anything. Rysax appears to be getting a knife every other day, though. He's getting more knives in the mail than I am, and he just started like a month ago. He's like, got the bug. You get that bug? Can't stop. Won't stop. Don't run out of money. Lutz Bali is sick from Kubi. I didn't even know. So Luton is making a Balasong from Kubi. I don't know anything about that. How can you get 3 more Grail knives in a week? Then just ready to go. Just boom. They already released it. I don't know anything about that. My buddy sent me a video of a Sand Shark OTF. You can pound the thing through a steel drum and it still fires. What? Rysax is on a luck run. Let it go. Let it happen. Kevin Smith and Knives? Is he in here? Oh, there he is. What the hell, Kevin? Kevin, I'm glad you got all the knives back. I appreciate you letting me check them all out and figure them all up there. 2,500 OTF, that's super. Okay, well, they're at $2,500. But it can pound through through a steel drum. What did I make on knives today? I haven't done anything today. Nothing. I worked today. I got home. Here we are. I might do something in a little bit, but I'm not sure. Not sure. I did get this. We need to open this up. Let's do it. is. Hot Wheels car for the gas station shelf. Let's find out. Oh, doesn't fit. Oh, come on. And then, so you're supposed to be able to store bits on the side, right here, here, and in the front. It's a bit driver. And then there is a bigger one for here. Of course, then the bigger one doesn't fit in there. So there's a large bit driver there, a small there, and neither the small one nor the large one fit into the space. We went through this on Maddie's stream last week. Yeah. That thing is disappointing. I mean, look at it. There it is, right there. Here's the bigger size, right here. And does not go. Here's the smaller size. Weehaw bits. There's the front. There it is. Does not fit. That's a bummer. So what size is supposed to fit on there? They child perfect. Did I look up Hot Wheels yet? No, but I can imagine it's just a smoking device. Click on this link. It doesn't show you the link. But yeah, I think we all get it for sure. Need Zap Wizard to make a 3D printed version of Hot Wheels. What's Zap Wizard? Like a scanner setup? I wonder if I can. That just doesn't make sense. Why would they have that spot there and it doesn't fit in there? It's like they're both set up like metric versus, I don't know. Yep, we get it, Kodiak. We get it. We get it. But we don't talk about that in here really. Yeah. We get it. Okay. So, I guess I don't know if I need to eat dinner too. Crap. Is it metric or imperial? That's the problem. Is it's not, they don't fit. And you would think Weehaw bits are that's a standard size. And then like it's even standard to like the generic, I've got this generic case from whatever, the tough combo thing, and it's got the smaller bits and the larger bits. That's a universal size for those bits. And then it literally has the big one and the small one, but they don't fit. They don't fit. So there's that. It's upsetting. I mean, I'm sure that this wrench on the back will fit whatever that's supposed to fit. Made a 3D printed bit driver storage handle for the 7-Eleven inline ratcheting driver. Who did that? Oh, Zap Wizard. It would be cool if this, if they did fit. I mean, I just thought it was like, okay, it's a bit driver, a car, gas station shelf, and we can put it by something to fill up with gas. I can move and there it lives. But Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to hold the bits. I don't understand why. What bits would fit in there? What's up, Trish? Better late than never. What are you getting into today? And what's up, Sandra? My day's going well, except for I just got this little car and the bits don't fit in it. I don't understand if there is a tip for a bit driver there that you can see that hex. You can see that hex, but each one, the two sizes, don't fit the two sizes. I don't get it. What would be the point of making bit drivers that are literally these two exact sizes, only just a little bit smaller? I'm going to have to research that and try to figure out why that's a thing. Probably just needed a file to make the holes bigger to fit the bits. Right. Just 3D print a bit for the lock, for the look. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was gonna be. It's more of the novelty, obviously. Where are my bit drivers? Oh, they're in. I brought them to. Hold on. These are the main ones I'm using right now. I mean, I have the little short Weehaw that holds the chunkier ones. And then this one here I got from CRKT. It's got the spinny on the back and the real nice grips. This one I actually like the most. I have a larger hand, so getting in here and doing that works good. And what is nice about this one is it has the bigger hex, but it also came with this right here. So you can drop that bigger hex in there, and then you can use the smaller ones as well. And what I actually like now is I've been using the bigger ones in this because it's longer, and then I've been taking my shorter ones and putting them in the adapter, and then I put the adapter in this Weehaw, and then it makes this one a little bit longer. So this one isn't that short stubby, it's just got a little bit more, so it fits in that palm, but with my longer grab. I dig this quite a bit. So ultimately, if I'm doing most of my work with my driver bits, it's going to be these right here. And then my backups are from that case I just showed you, where I've got a ratcheting one and then the smaller one here. So big bits, small bits. You never know how. I got another one right there that often I'll have a couple set up so that if once in a while, if you have a non-captive pivot, you can get in from both sides and that kind of a deal. I want to pick up Lefty's new bit driver. I am out of the loop. I don't know where any of this stuff is. So Lefty's got a new bit driver. Lute's got a wait, what does Lute have? Shit, what was it we were talking about that Lute just made? Christ. I don't even know. Getting a laser cutter for custom scales and handles next. Says Kodiak. Donnie's back. Got to be a Costco bit driver or something. Even you know what? What, Trish? About the bit drivers or the... Wait, what were we talking about that Lute was doing? God, my brain is gone. Yeah, Kodiak, what laser cutter are you looking into picking up? Lefty's got a tool and Loot was making something. You want to teach me nunchucks? Num. I was looking down and I saw this, and then I said num. My nunchucks. I can't do anything in here, but these are over 20 years old. Nice swivel. These are solid. I've been messing around with those for at least 20 some years. Am I great? No. Am I adequate? Sure. Looks good. It's smooth spinning, comfy, splits in the middle for a 2-in-1 driver if you need it. And is it available now? That's Lefties. Is it on his site, or is it on Devo, or where can you find it? Speed Chucks. Yes, but I can't do it in here. There's absolutely no space in here to do that. I'm literally right here. I'm touching the camera. I'm touching the table. I'm touching the table. I can't swing my arm around me right now. Devo site, and it drops on the 13th. Right on. I would like to mess around a little bit more, but it's just another one of those things. I always liked them. I've always had a pair. I have a pair somewhere, the foam practice ones where it's got a nice core, but it has foam wrapped around it, so whack yourself accidentally, it doesn't hurt. Do I have a T10 steel sword knife? What is a T10 steel? I want to buy more knives, but I have too many good ones. Well, that's why you don't go too crazy and buy all the grails in one day. Or you do. Those are my style of chucks. How about that? Look at that hamon. Not your average mall katana. 10-inch Tontos. Neat. Tungsten. What one's a tungsten? What did I miss? Now I'm missing it. Nice bread knife. Ah. I do have a bread knife. I'm trying to remember. I ordered a bread knife I got from Blade HQ. It's German. Can't remember. But it works great. It's a classic bread knife. Serrates. You want serrate. I don't like serrated knives, but on a bread knife, serrate is great. Got another prototype cold steel for cheap. Yep. See, that's the thing. You just buy. If you can buy, you can still pay your bills. I was guessing a T10 is a tungsten blade. No, I don't know. Did I make a sheath for the poop knife yet? Insert joke here. Where did I get that katana? 2002. I know that's not a location. But I ordered it from a place that sells handmade katanas in 2002. Fully serrated blades, even for a folder, are actually pretty nice. I don't like partially serrate. They can cut really well, and if you're doing like thick rope, certain things, it can be great. But classically, you look at most all of my knives, and there is very few and far between that have. I haven't bought anything that has serrate on it. Gotta go figure out dinner. Have a great night, everyone. Stay warm to most of you. It's actually kind of warm here now, Trish. I bought some leather and tools to make some sheaths. Gonna try it out. Awesome, Kevin. I've been seeing some leather stuff too, and I've been like, my brain wants to try that too. Send me pics, Kevin. I want to see what you're into or what you're trying to get into. I want to get a katana, but no idea what to buy, like cold steel, but reviewers don't seem to like cold steel katana. If I was going to buy a katana, I wouldn't buy it from Cold Steel. Cold Steel makes stuff, but I would buy it from a company that makes katanas. That's it. You know what I mean? Find some place that like specializes in hand making and hand forging katanas and research that. Not saying there's anything wrong with Cold Steel, but Cold Steel does a lot of stuff. And so they are focused on a lot. Find a place that's literally focused on swords. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean Cold Steel's katanas aren't good. I'm just saying for the same price, you might be able to, or spend more and find something that's just better from an actual specific maker. Does that make sense? I don't know what I'm talking about. How do I take care of that katana? Well, I don't touch it. I don't use it. Well, I mean, as far as the blade. A friend of mine came over once, touched the blade, didn't tell me he touched the blade. Couple months later, I open it up. Oh, I see a patinaed fingerprint right there. I tend to buy by brand. I think logos have magical powers. Well, there's always going to be a brand, Rysax, but I'm saying find a custom maker that has, it's like he's made, this dude or chick or whatever, who's made hundreds of swords or whatever. But find that brand of that company that specializes in those, is what I would say. I don't know the answer to that. I love a double-edged straight sword. Whatever sword you get, you want properly forged and for practical use. That's kind of another thing to get into. How you like that numb knife? Is it the bee's knees? I love it. So far, I'm loving it. But we were talking about things, and someone was like, have you ever had to use it? And I'm like, well, I just used it. I opened this box at work. And he's like, no, have you ever had to use it, like defend yourself? And that's when we got into the discussion. It's like people like to buy knives for defense and stuff, but I'll submit 99.9% of those people have never had to use a knife in a defensive way ever. It's not like I'm saying don't be prepared. I'm saying I have a sword. Have I ever cut anything with it? No. I could take it out and maybe try to cut a pumpkin in half. And no, I'm not a knife fighter. I don't fight. And someone's like, well, have you ever, when did you ever use it? And I'm like, I haven't even been in an altercation with someone since high school. I don't fight. I'm not into fighting. I'm into being prepared, and being prepared is having a knife. But 99% of those cases are going to be, I need to cut this in half. We need to get this rope cut. We need to tear into this thing. This box that has a knife in it needs to be cut open. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm totally for it. Everybody has their own personal goals. And some people are, like, I want a defensive knife. I'm a smaller person that's on campus and worried about walking around at night, and so you have something as protection. And God forbid, that never happens, but being prepared is one thing, but literally most of that time you're never, never going to need it for that. Water's wet, sky is blue. Satan claws exists, and so do you. What? Even if you have a knife on you too, you just run. Exactly. I'm not going to be like, ooh, all right, I'm going to get my stance. I'm out, bro. We're going to negotiate first. It's going to be like, we don't need to do this. Let's discuss. Right? I mean, if you're held up at gunpoint somewhere, but even then, like, are you going to mess around? Are you going to be like, all right, let's go? Why did Mr. Milo cross the road? I like all knives, but people will be like, do you have any push daggers? I do not. Do you have any fighting knives? I do not. Because he had a chicken up his... Nope. I didn't get that one. What did I missed that one? What movie references that, Donnie? Have you ever had that? The classic. We tie our hands together, and then it's like, Last Boy Scout. Okay, I've seen The Last Boy Scout, but it's been a while. So you got me on that one, Donnie. I apologize. I'm in a gang. It's called the Knife Lovers Gang, and we are in it right now. The Swedes. I am in it. It's a YouTube gang called We Love Pocket Knives and EDC Gear. Definitely run. That's the move. Don't get into a situation where you're arguing with someone that would create the fight. Walk away. I say I don't like open assists. I would rather do it on my own, Trinity. And let me explain where I feel about that is, like, if you have an auto, here's an auto. So if I have this in my pocket, I'm going to put the lock on so that if I accidentally push the button, it doesn't fire in my pocket, right? So it doesn't open. So I have to flip that lock and then hit the button and it opens. So I'll close it, put the lock back on, put it in my pocket. Now we're getting into a fight. I have to open it, I have to unlock it, I have to find the button, and then I have to open it. Boom. I can have this in my pocket, reach in my pocket and go like that, and it's instantly open. No assisted, no spring, no nothing, but just a simple, nice bearings or whatever. Pull that out and it can just, boom, it's open and it's ready to go. Even an auto that doesn't have a button on it or doesn't have a lock on it. This is a Boker Kalashnikov. Walking home from work. What's up, Neil? So I have to pull this out, get to the button, get to it, hold it, and then fire it out. Versus I can put this one in my pocket, take it out, bam, just flip it right on out. I think that a non-assisted standard knife for me is faster to access, faster to open, more consistent, less things to break, less springs to worry about. That's why automatic knife laws are stupid. You can open a manual faster, I think. I think half of my knives that are manuals, I can open significantly faster and be ready over an auto. Autos are fun. I have some in my collection, as you can see. You know, even the Benji, pull the Benji out, I got to get my thumb to it, boom. But then it's not as strong as a knife either. So you're not having the strength and the power behind like a nice lock. Either way, I'm a negotiator, walk-awayer, not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Scrolling YouTube. What's up, Steven? No giveaways today. We're just kind of hanging out. I do giveaways, for sure. How do I obsess with knives? You got to be obsessed about something. You got to be passionate about something. Scissors are okay. I use scissors in cases where you need scissors. But more often than not, I have a knife, and so I will cut the side of the box open with that. Scissors are good for like a blister pack. You know what I'm talking about? Where I don't have anything. This is kind of, I can use this as a prop. This is not that type of a pack. But you know, situations where you have a thin thing where it's heavy, huge cardboard on it that like would take a lot of knife to cut through it, where you could literally just grab a scissors and go snip, snip. That is a case where I would consider scissors. I don't know where any scissors are right now. I have a couple in the house somewhere, but more often than not, you can cut the side with a knife. Serrated versus smooth. Smooth. Look on the table, not a serrate in sight. Dost thou see a serrate anywhere? I have some of my older knives have serrate. I used to carry this CRKT. Oh wait, this one doesn't have serrate. That's funny. Get up there. Stay. This one.
Stephen Kika subscribes to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing, Stephen. Welcome aboard. Have some fun around here. This one, I used to carry this CRKT about 20 years ago. And that has some serrate. The Swedes. Any knife can be a throwing knife. Any of these knives could be a throwing. Could be thrown. Could be. But I do have this set from SOG. What are these called? The Fling. The SOG Fling. So these are throwing knives. A CRKT without serrations. I know, right? I've had that one for 20 years. Well, maybe not. Maybe 50. Yeah. At least 17. Look at that, though. No serrate. I definitely beat the hell out of this back in the day, though. So it's actually in pretty good shape. It does have that secondary lock, so you can't do the liner lock. It doesn't work. You have to actually pull that little thing down, and then that releases the liner lock. Then you can move the liner lock over to close it. And the thumb studs aren't really thumb studs. They're stop pins. So you can't really get to them as far as, I can't get to that to use it as a thumb stud or flick out. It's basically flipper tab only. Chinese stars? I don't. Why don't I? Oh, they're regular serrations, not VEF serrations. I read so fast. Throwing spoons? VEF serrations are deadly. I'm not sure I'm 100% familiar. What about these? These are some nasty serrations. Jim Wagner reality-based blade. If anything was for defense, this one would be pretty close. Have a good evening, B Shady. Mick's going to be the throwing spoon master. Give us Crocodile Dundee impressions. That's not a knife. It's not a knife. That's a knife. How's that? Is that good enough? I think SOG sells throwing cards. They do. You can get them at Fleet Farm. This clip is loose. Ugh. Glass breaker. Ew. That's a knife. Look at that. This is ridiculous. It's wider than, like, this is dumb. And I have to own it. Here it is. But that's what's up. I always show people this. I should always go for this one first. Just be like, that's not a knife. This. I'm going to have to look up this Vef's serrations. Remind me in a minute here. So this is a crown stag. Actual crown stag handle. That's a big Bowie right there. That's a big Bowie. Is it? I mean, dude. It hides directly behind it. I can put the whole thing behind basically the blade. Right? I mean, that's a big Bowie knife right there. That's a big old fun knife right there. Tell you what. Dirty Dan has them on his Cricut M16. So that was what mine were. Those are both M16s. Dinner? But yeah, now we're gonna have to look up Vef serrations. Because I'm not on the in the know. Hold on, I'm gonna look. Time is it? It's 6 o'clock already? How is it? That's what this family gang is all about. 2 hours goes by like that. All right. Vef serrations. Oh, yeah. I've seen these before. Looks better on that shot. Gnarly. They've got bigger, nasty scoops to them. What about that one? That one's pretty wild looking. What is that? Good Lord. Nope. Those are wicked right there. Silver stag knives from America. North or South America. Welcome to Silver Stag. No, thank you. Oh, yeah. Look at the serrates on that bad boy. And they're forward? Oh, God. Those aren't even serrates. Those are like death teeth. What is that? What do they call this? It's a bone cutting blade. Oh, it's like a saw. This is like a bone saw. If I had to fight a bear, hypothetically, what knife am I picking? 100% this one. My Italian stiletto. You know, you'd be like, yeah, get out of here, you bear. Go on, get. Right? I don't know. It'd probably be this. Good grip, big handle, 6-inch blade, good penetrating distance for that bear hide. Really get in there. I would prefer not to. And with a bear, that would be kind of the same situation where I would probably try to flee before. But isn't it like brown, lay down, black, fight back, or something like that? I ain't doing shit to a bear. Well, again, he said hypothetical. What, you know, like I was just like, all right, well, this or one of my You know, do I go with the Bowie? I mean, Donnie, what would your choice be up against a bear? Donnie says a loose leaf notebook. A katana is a sword. A katana is a sword. So if the question was, what would you use, or what sword would you use, or what weapon would you use, you could say katana. But if someone says knife, you can't grab a katana. Mm-hmm. But dude, you're right. I mean, if ultimately, if I had to, if it came down, this is it right here. This would be the blade of choice for attacking / defense of any kind. I feel like I would have the best luck with a little extra distance. You know what I mean? You know? But again, I'm going to negotiate first. Definitely negotiate. Kevin Smith and Knives had the correct answer. And I missed, a Pakistani? 10 mil. Yeah. It would be S&W 44. You know, because if you're really gonna go, it would be the 44. That's got the pair. That's got the pair. But again, bears, I prefer to just let them, you know. I never used I sold that to a buddy of mine, Ken Fixed. Everybody knows Ken Fixed. I sold it to him because it was like I didn't use it.
You go on and get down. What's up, all you rat shit fucks? Fair fight? I mean, until things get squirrely, of course. Naff fight? I'll bring a pew-pew.
Right? Hey Nate busting in here with the $5 and he's just spitting knowledge there. He knows what he's talking about. But yeah, Hate Nate spitting some truth right there. I still think the bear, if you're fighting a bear, loose leaf notebook, see what kind of paper cuts you can get into. I love lives. Sometimes you never know where we're gonna go. You never know where we're gonna go. What's up, Hate Nate? How you getting into? You've been you can't have been lurking and just show. You know, you had to just show. Where you been at? Do they not send you alerts, Hate Nate? If you're busy, you're busy. Love you, buddy. But it's like they're not sending him the alerts. Hate Nate doesn't get the alerts. Grateful Dong doesn't get to be on anything other than live chat. I got all 3 of them, Hate Nate, though. I only had 2 left of these. Now I have 3. I mean, I have another style, but the other style is a little bit thinner plastic. These are better. So I ordered another one of these. It's the same as mine. So yeah. I got all 3 of us now. The official Magnus Sluts. I'm working on it. We're gonna get those going soon. Get them made up. I got to work on some shirts too. We got some bowling shirt ideas. I think would be great. I think I fixed the alerts, but Dong had to tell me. Is that how you fix the alerts? Hey Dong, message me when you get an alert. Look up the Hubertus. Why do I have a feeling that that's not going to give me enough info? Hubertus knives. Which one is it? Or they all switch? Yeah, lever lock, lever lock, lever lock. I don't see a switch one. Yeah, this is that issue I always find when you go and type in and then you just don't have enough information to get the knife we're looking for. I'm seeing a lot of lever locks. But none of them are switchblades. But again, then we're going through a bunch of knives to try to find a specific one. And these photos, Solingen, lever lock. Interesting for sure. Interesting for sure. God. Websites bug me. Oh, those are our switchblades, but they're just, that's a lever lock for the switchblade. Okay. I thought they were more like, where is that? Like, I didn't realize, because like here's a lever lock right here. And so the lever lock, you've got that pressure, it comes out, but it's not a switchblade. It's not an auto. It's just a lever lock, releases it. But those are lever locks that are also switchblades, which is interesting. Expensive. But I'm sure if they're probably all handmade, they look like. Pretty cool looking stuff though. All right. It is already 6 o'clock. All right, I am gonna roll out. I got stuff to do, things to do, places to be. Try to see if I go see the nephews playing hockey, but I think he starts like right now. I'm already late. So I gotta go get some dinner, get some stuff done. Appreciate all of you. Very excited. Hate Nate, thanks again. Hate Nate picked up the Numb Knives Cornerstone and then told me it was awesome. And I trust his judgment. And here we are today. I have it. Very happy about it. If you're on the fence and you're thinking about getting the Cornerstone, I would say just go for it. If you've got the means, it feels great. You've got an innovative new lock. Pretty fun stuff. Great action. Don's telling me I can't leave. Or no, Hate Nate, my bad.
Are we shopping for greaser switchblades? Are we going to do a reenactment of the movie The Outsiders? Sweet. I'm in. One of my favorite movies.
Pony boy. Stay golden, pony boy. Hate Nate with another $5. Should we all get switchblades? Hey Nate, is that the plan? I mean, we could do it. Thanks for the $5, bud. I appreciate you. I got stuff to do. Stay golden, pony boy. We can grease our hair up. Then you got to roll up a pack of smokes. I don't have to go buy a pack of smokes just so we can roll them up in the sleeve, right? And then this one, I mean, this is probably should be my main. Should be mine. I mean, right? When we tie up the wrists. No? Yeah? No? Candy cigarettes. Okay. Okay. Dude, the old school chalky like candy cigarettes, those are great. I suppose I could carry this one too. Ooh, yeah, that's a stainless comb right there. They don't all have stainless. A lot of them have the plastic comb. So I mean, this would definitely be in there. The comb is for the grease. What am I doing? Is there a titanium switchblade comb? M399. We're doing this. We're all gonna become greasers. Are we like more the jets? What's the other one? When you're a jet, you're a jet. What's the other ones? God, I'm not good at this. Anyone? Comb. You guys find anything? Nothing, sir. How about you guys? Not a thing, sir. How about you? We ain't found shit. Classic. The old school plastic comb is nice. And when I saw this and it was in the case at an actual gas station and it was closed, I was like, okay. And then I was like, wait, it's not even, that's like actual $4.40 on the comb, like $10 stag. Let's go. Right? Fantastic stuff. Do I have a pre-1954 Italian switchblade? How much do those cost? How much would an authentic old school like Italian switch run? I would imagine it's going to be a couple $100 at least. I mean, I know there's cheapo whatever, but if you're going to get like a switch, you know, it's like this one right here. This is official. It may be small, but it says Italian. This is an Italian stiletto. Pre-1954, $800. Yeah, that makes sense. Because also then you're looking at a 70-year-old item. So something that's 70 years old. I would bet though, maybe for a couple $100 you could probably get something Italian that's been made in the last few years. Everything after 1954 was made by machines. I remember seeing a guy at the Badger show that made these switchblades, and what was he? They were like 10 grand a piece, which is like wild. But then you look and I'm like, how many hours did you put in this? And it's like, he's like 150 hours or 200. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay. Some of the custom makers out there are wild stuff. I had a magic shop on the corner of your house as a kid. Could never get those x-ray glasses to work. Fantastic. Pre-54, you need to unlock by hand, no lever bolsters. Did it have like the pick? Like this one has like the pick. Some of them have the levered bolsters. And then some of them have it where it's the pick. You're picking the side. Like this one is a side pick or whatever they call it. So you open it, and then in order to do it, you actually have to pull that lever out. So it's like called like the pick lock or something like that. So it basically essentially looks just like this. Except for this one, you do have that thing that swings versus the other one, you actually have to pick the lock. Which movie is the greatest movie ever made? Spaceballs? Or The Outsiders? Mick, are you like a couple minutes behind? Oh, wait, Star Trek Voyager. Yeah, Spaceballs. Spaceballs is definitely one of the... I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. He's my cousin. Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Oh, so that is the dude who's in Voyager, the guy who has that line? How about that? I remember growing up, my dad watched all the Star Trek shows. So I ended up, you know, when you're young, you watch what your parents watch. And I remember watching some of those later shows. Like, so it was the Star Trek with Picard was like the main one that was on. But then it was like, what else was there? There was like something Earth. That wasn't a Star Trek based show, but it was that. What was that show called? Deep Space Nine. What was the Picard one called? Star Trek somethings. Deep Space Nine is goated for sure. Not the show Picard. No. I'm talking the original one with Geordi and what was the dark-haired girl? The psychic chick. She was hot. Next Generation. Because that was, when was that? Like 90s? Maybe? But like when that was new, I remember that was something that we watched. Deanna Troi. That one episode? You know the episode I'm talking about? Hot. Her mom is the computer voice? Man, Donnie's the Trekkie, huh? How about that? How about that? Dude, why are these so fun? Because if it's an auto and it's a comb, it's way more fun than this. I mean, this is great. This is actually a knife. With her in the dock in spandex. Slap. Star Trek was cool, but I didn't watch it all the time. I probably wouldn't have watched it as much if my dad hadn't watched it. But as I said, when we were growing up, I grew up in a time where we didn't have, you know, some of you you'll know, you know, we didn't have like the streaming and the pick what you want to watch when you watch. You only get to watch when it's watched. We got Sheila and some spandex. The new rack and hedge system, it's top notch. Bring back that spandex. Leg warmers. The new ones are fantastic. Animated Lower Decks is good. I've never heard of that. Lower Decks? That's a new animated one? I am out of loop. I haven't watched shows or much lately at all. Kind of behind. I'm down for Sheila and spandex. You were on the streets causing havoc. Yeah, we were out running around. But then you come home and then it's like, oh, what's on? It's prime time. Whatever shows after dinner. All right. I'm trying to get out of here. I got stuff to do. I didn't have cable until I moved away from home. I grew up, I was lucky we had basic, but then we did have some movie channels and stuff too. Animated Star Trek Lower Decks is amazing. Huh. What is that on right now? Like, where is that a viewable show? Is it like on like Netflix, or do I just have to sail the seas and find it? Because I mean, I'm pretty good at sailing the seas. The shows we had back then were way way cooler because like a season would be like 20 to 30 episodes. It'd be an hour long. Now one season is 8 episodes and they're 35, 40 minutes each. And then you don't get to see another season for like 2 more years. And her hair smells of elderberries. I fought in your general direction. 2 shrubberies, another shrubbery, only slightly higher, so we get a 2-layer effect with a pathway down the middle. Ahoy, matey. Arr, you don't we be shipwrecking these seas. Ah. I mean, you know. What movie do you want to watch? Set sail. Yar. Okay. Bless you all. Bless you all. Anyone remember the Spider-Man TV show? I got Betta. She turned me into a newt. Winter Project movie party. Donnie, I got it set up. I got it set up on my on the Discord. Yes. Dude, the Hulk TV show was where it was at, dude. That was just a good show. And then it always had that ominous piano at the end where he just slowly walks away. And you're like, oh, just living another day, quiet as the Hulk. Mr. Ferrigno, doing it up. Yeah. The good old days. The good old days. When you weren't sure what was on, so you'd go to channel 3 or whatever, and it would have at the bottom, there would be chat, but the chat would be like what's on channel 3, channel 4, channel 5, and then like you want to know what's on channel 29, so you're waiting, and then you're talking to someone for a second, and then you turn back and it's on channel 31. Oh, we missed it. So you had to wait for it to roll all the way back around. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. There was some good stuff. That was definitely some good stuff. Thank you all. Hate Nate, thank you for the super chats. Appreciate you. Working on some masks, working on some stuff. Handles. Anodizing. Lots of fun. Talk to you all later. We'll see you soon. Stay sharp.